create a pivot table and also create a pivot chart. Both of them along with it in less than 2 minutes. How I'm going to do it? Wow. Do you think you can do it in less than 2 minutes and send it, create it and send it back and to your boss in less than 2 minutes? 2 minutes? Let's go back to our sheet here, our Excel file. If you're on the pivot sheet, type in P in the chat box. Type in P in the chat box. If you're on the pivot sheet, if you're with me, type in P in the chat box. If you're with me, if you're along with me, type in P in the chat box. P, lot of there, P's. So, how big is the data? Let's see how big is the data here. And over here, if you see here, and this data is about how much? About 900 rows of data here. It got a huge data. If you scroll up, you will end up scrolling up and up and up and up and up. And this data will not finish. This is a huge data here. This is a huge data, not ending. Do you see it's a huge data? Type in huge in the chat box if you see it's a huge data. If you see it's a huge data, type in huge. Huge data here. Oh my god, this is a huge data. And we want to create a pivot table in less than what, 2 minutes? 2 minutes? What do? I have my friend. Who is my friend? Let's go back to my friend. He will be helping me. I want to create a pivot table. Will you help me with any shortcut? And I'm going to type it in to my friend. Over here, I go to Copilot and type it in. Help me quickly create a pivot. Help me quickly create a pivot table. I want to quickly create a pivot table. Not this one, but this one. I want to quickly create a pivot table. I want to quickly create a pivot table on a new worksheet. Please help me with any shortcut. And I've sent it. I have asked this. I don't know anything about pivot table. I never heard of this term pivot table. I am new to Excel. I don't know anything. I'm like you. I don't know anything. I'm just asking my friend. Who is my friend? The AI is my friend. He says select the data, press Alt and V and press enter or click OK. Alt and V. And I'm going to type it in, copy it and put it here. Press Alt and VT and over here. I'm going back to my file here. In the online Excel, if you're on the pivot sheet, type in P. You're on the pivot sheet, type in P in the chat box. Type in P in the chat box if you're on the pivot sheet. Click within the data. Click within the data. What is the shortcut that our friend gave? Alt and V. So press Alt and V and T and press enter. Alt and VT. And over here we have the pivot table. Excel has created a new sheet. Here we got a pivot table here. Now what do? We need salesperson, we need number of items, and we may need customer over here. And over here we got a pivot table here. Right there on the screen. Immediately, boom. How much time did it took? Guys, boom. If you got boom it. How much time did it took?
Boom on the chat box if you're completely amazed by this pivot table.
I don't know anything about it. Let me create it again. Let me do it again for you. I'll delete this. Go back. Alt NVT. Enter. Alt NVT. Enter. Here we go. And I need salesperson wise, customer wise, and number of items. We got it. Simply drag customer to column. Salesperson. Just put a tick on number of items, salesperson, and drag customer to column. You got a pivot table right there on the screen. How much time did it took? 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes? 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Type in. Alt and VT. 1 minute. Alt and VT. Alt and VT. How much time did it took? 1 minute, and boom. If you're mind blown with this, type in MB in the chat box. Type in MB in the chat box if you're simply mind blown with this. Simply mind blown with this. And ain't over yet. We are not done yet. Boss asks you to create what? Pivot chart. Remember? The previous one, what did my friend says? Alt F1. Here we go. And boom. We got a pivot chart here. Here it says pivot chart. How much time did it took? How much time did you take to create a pivot chart? Alt F1. You got a chart here. Boom. Type in boom in the chat box. Type in boom in the chat box. You see that. We're simply mind blown with this one. Boom, you got a pivot table, you got a pivot chart. Immediately on the screen. Immediately on the screen. And boss is giving you what, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, and you say, boss, you gave me 2 minutes, you gave me 2 seconds. Here is 3 minutes, you'll send it back. And you got it. Over here, you have that. Over here, everything, pivot table, pivot chart. If you want to create pivot chart, I'll do it again once more for you, only for you guys. Alt N V T, enter. And you got a pivot table, and I got salesperson by number of items, by customer, and Alt F1, Alt F1, Alt F1, and the chart.
Guys, both pivot table and pivot chart created under 10 seconds. Had you ever imagined that you will be able to create such pivot tables and pivot chart under 10 seconds? Under 10 seconds. MV, it's amazing. Never thought of.
So if you're mind blown with this, type in MB in the chat box. Type in MB in the chat box. I want to see MB.
Come on guys, I want each and everyone present in the meeting to drop in an MB if you're mind blown by this. MB, best session ever. Wow.
Great, great, great. And let's go back to our sheet here, to our presentation. And now, your boss is picking here. What is he doing? He's picking here, knocking on your door. He is knocking on your door. He sends another email and says the following. Hey, my dear friend. Hello, please check. I'm not getting the total. There are some errors. Ignore the errors and give me whatever total you are getting. Send it ASAP. And over here, what is the data here? What does your boss says? Ignore all the errors and get me the total quickly. Now I think he has left, gone out of time, and says that you have some total here. There are some errors. Just get me the total, whatever total you are getting. We don't have time to fix the errors. Just get me the total. So let's go back to our Excel training file and go to our Formula 1 sheet. If you're on the Formula 1 sheet, type in F1 in the chat box. Type in F1 in the chat box if you're in the Formula 1 sheet. Type in F1 in the chat box if you're in the Formula 1 sheet. F1, 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 F1. I see a lot of F1s here. And I see we got employee names here. How many of them are there? You got 100 out there, 100 employee names. And in column B and C, you need the total. In column B and C, you need the total. Watch my screen first. Don't do anything. Hands off the computer right now. I will be doing it again. And then I will give you time to do it. Hands off your screen, hand off your keyboard. Don't touch anything. Just watch it. How much time your boss gave you? Quickly. He just needs the data quickly. If you are super excited, type in MB in the chat box. If you're super excited how I'm going to do it, let's type in MB in the chat box. And I'm going to ask my friend, what situation do I have? What situation do I have? I don't know anything about Excel. I don't know anything about the formulas. I don't know anything. I have some sales data in column B. I can see I have some sales data. It says sales. It has a data. Data means I have something written. I have some sales figures in column B. I need a total. Where? I need a total in B100. I need a total in B100. From where? In column B and C. I have sales numbers here, and I'm going to go to my friend here and tell him the same thing. I have some sales data in column B. I need to add all the sales from B2 to B99. As you are an Excel expert. Now, who is Excel expert? He is Excel expert. I don't know anything about Excel. Kindly help me, give me. In your co-painter, it has given you exact formula and exact location where you want to enter. Where you want to enter. Simply copy this and I go to B100, paste it. Control C, Control V to copy and paste. Remember? And boom. We got an answer. Type in boom if you're simply boom by this. Type in boom if you're boom by this. Type in boom, 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 boom. I want to see a lot of booms. And we need the same thing. We need the similar thing in C. We need the similar thing in C. But there's a catch. What is the catch? The catch is we got a lot of errors here. I've got a lot of errors here. I've got a sales figure, but I've got a lot of errors here. And who has the time? Boss has a meeting. He's standing outside the meeting room. He wants a total right now. Right now. Don't look at the errors. Just give me the total. Whatever total you're getting, just give it to me. Right now. And what do? I don't know anything about Excel. And I don't want to get stuck. I'll turn to my friend. And I'll ask him. I'm going to ask him what? I'll ask my friend. I have sales data in column C and I need to add all the sales from C2 to C99. Some cells contain error. And as you are an Excel expert, kindly help me with the formula in cell C100 and I've pasted that for you all in the chat box and I'm going to type in sent and I sent it to my friend. Let's see what it says. And here's the formula you should enter. And it says sum if error. I don't know what it's going to give me. I copy it, I go back and I paste it, I press enter, and we go. We got an answer here. 92,075,000. Automatically it has given me the answer. It has given us the answer right away.
Without having any knowledge, without having any prior knowledge about the sum function, a lot of you would already be knowing, but maybe if you do not know about if error, you don't need to know anything. You just ask your friend AI and AI helps you out. As simple as that. Was it simple? Type in simple in the chat box if that was simple.
Who says Excel is difficult? Excel is very simple. Simple, easy. Type in easy, simple, whatever you feel like. If you're mind blowing, type in MB in the chat box. No errors. Everything is easy. Super, super, super. Super se bhi upar. Everything is super. Excel and AI will make a huge difference in your life. It will make a certainly huge. It is make or break your career. So, AI is there to help you. Your friend is there to help you. And we send it to our boss. And then what happens? We send it to our boss and then here is your reward. Here is the cup. Merlin has given you a cup here. Here is your cup. And Merlin has given you a cup here. Here is your reward. The reward is more work. And over here, the boss is saying, boss, send you another email. How difficult boss is this? Wow. Can you put numerical rating to all 1,000 people, send it back in 5 minutes? I need to present it to the management. After doing all this, he's knocking our door. You see, he's knocking our door. He's standing there, not ready to give us 5 minutes. Send it fast. Do you think we need 5 minutes for this? How many you think we need 5 minutes for this? And what is the data here? Here we have the name, rating. We want to put the numerical rating. If it is fair, the rating should be 71. If it is very good, it should be 92. If it is satisfactory, it should be 78. If it is good, it should be 85. All these ratings, match the ratings and give me the number. And boss has given you what? 1 minute. Please put the numerical rating and send it back in 1 minute. 1 minute. Do you think you can do it? Type in all the ratings in 1 minute? Type in yes or no in the chat box. Type in yes or no in the chat box if you can do it in all the numerical ratings Even if you do it manually, it will take you several hours and you will have a nagging feeling. You might have missed something or mistyped anything. So, and now a lot of people are typing in yes because they know we can do it. We have our friend. I know. We have our friend who will be helping us doing all this. So I turn to what? I turn to my Excel file. If you are, go to F2, type in F2. If you're in F2 sheet, type in F2 in the chat box. If you're in the F2 sheet, type it in the F2. If you're in the chat box, if you type in F2 in the chat box, if you're in the F2 sheet, and I'm going to type it in. I'm going to go back to my Copilot and I will type it in over here. You are an Excel expert. I have rating in column E2 to E213. Let's go back to our Excel. I have rating where in E2 to E213. Now this is this big data. So E2 to E213, I have ratings. What is the rating? Where is the rating? I'm not typing anything crazy. It's just simple. I have rating from column E2 to E213. You are an Excel expert. I'm just trying to pamper my friend. I can't take him for coffee, so I'll just trying to pamper him, boost him. Yeah, he is doing a good job. So I have rating from column E2 to E213. Rate table in A2 to B8. Rate table. Where is the rate table? This is the rate table. A2 to B8. This is the rate table. And I can see it, I can type it. There's nothing no. I don't need to know Excel about this. For this, I don't need to know Excel. I simply has given him the situation. I have rating here. I have a rate table here. Help me get the exact numerical score by matching rating from column E. Exact score by matching rating in column E to rate table in column A and column A and numerical score in column B. And numerical score where is in column B. Match this rating with this rating. Of course, I want to match fair with fair and give me an answer exactly. Match very good, where is very good, and give me an answer here. Match satisfactory with satisfactory and give me an answer here. So I'm going to go to my friend, turn to my friend, mentor, and I'm going to tell him, dear Mr. Friend, my dear friend, my dear lovely friend, my dear friend, you are a friend you are a friend in need, is a friend indeed. And I'm going to send my friend this, and let's see what does it say. You are an Excel expert. Now he's thinking I'm an Excel expert. He says you can use VLOOKUP function. VLOOKUP? I don't know what is VLOOKUP. I never heard of VLOOKUP. I don't know what is VLOOKUP. And it has given me a formula. You should enter in cell F2. You should enter in cell F2. It has given me exact location. Enter in cell F2. And this formula, I don't need to know. Copy it. I go back to my Excel. F2, he says, go and type in F2. I type it in F2, paste it, Control V. Boom, we got an answer here. Boom, we got an answer here. Copy it down. We got an answer here. Type in boom if this is really mind blowing. Type in boom, it just boomed it.
Guys, how many of you always felt VLOOKUP was very difficult and you always faced errors while doing it? How many of you faced errors while doing VLOOKUP? Yes, faced a very hard time. Myself, me, yes, me, a lot of time. Errors every time. I hated it, okay? Yes, so many times.
Yeah, so I got
from today onwards, not required, guys. Not required from today onwards.
If you're really mind-blowing, type in MB in the chat box. Now what is happening? Why are we getting errors? Here is lousy. Over here is lousy. I don't have lousy hair. I don't have lousy hair. Now what do? I go back to my friend. And I will tell my friend, there are some errors. How do I ignore them and change NA to not found? This is what I want. Yes, There are some errors that we see. I want to ignore them and change them to not found. NA to not found. There is a NA here. There is NA. NA means it has not found. So, of course, it says that, okay, it has given me a new function. Oh my God, this is so tricky. I don't know. How do I use it? It says type in this function in F2. You copy it. I go back to my F2, paste it. Simply don't do anything. Simply paste it, copy it down, and it says not found. It says not found, and we are very good here. Boom. Type in mind-blowing MB if you see that this is MB. This is mind-blown if it has blown your mind. I don't know anything about Excel. Till now, I have not used any Excel skill, and everything is mind-blown. I have taken everything from my AI, who is trained and who knows about it. I simply type it in. This, I'm putting it in the chat box. Tell him what you need. Treat your AI as your friend. Treat your AI as your friend. He is the one who's going to help you. And I go back to my Excel training sheet, and over here, I've got all the one that I wanted. And then what happens? And we send it. How much time did you took it? How much time did you took it? Type in. How much time did you took it? Did you took how much time? Type it in. 1, 2, 3. How much time you took it? Type it in the chat
15
box.
seconds, 1 minute,
seconds.
30 seconds, 1 minute, 1 minute.
20 seconds. 10 seconds. 1 minute. 10 seconds. 50 seconds. 50 seconds. Great. 1 minute. Very good. 30 seconds. And the reward is. What is the reward? What is the reward? What is the reward, guys? What should be the reward? More task, more work, and first, how do I make sense of this data you sent earlier? Remember, you extracted data from picture. Remember, everybody, type in yes that you extracted data from picture. Yes, type in yes if you extracted data from picture. The boss says, how do I make sense of this data? How do I make sense of this data you sent earlier? How do I make sense? Please do some analysis and send it back in what? 30 seconds. Guys, 30 seconds. You have to do an analysis and send it back in 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Type in 30 in the chat box. Type in 30 in the chat box.
Not possible.
No, not at all.
Possible
And
with AI.
Right now you're saying impossible, not possible. But wait, 5 seconds. How I'm going to do it will blow your mind. It will be boomed. Impossible. For everybody, it is impossible because, let's see. Let's go back to our Excel. This time, I'm using my offline version of Excel. Here it is, my offline version of Excel. This is the data that we pasted from the picture. Remember this? Type in yes in the chat box if you're on this sheet. Picture data. Type in PD if you're on that sheet. Picture data. Type in PD in the chat box. Offline Excel. This is not online Excel. This is offline version of Excel. Microsoft Office 365. This is offline version of Excel. If this is impossible, nothing is impossible. Everything is possible. We want to send it. Boss says send it back. Do an analysis. What do you mean by analysis? Analysis is making sense of the data. How do I make sense? Who is selling what? Who is the retail store selling how much? Everything we want to do an analysis and send it back to our boss in 30 seconds. So you click on their data, click within the data, don't do anything, click within the data. Guys, this will certainly blow your mind. I want to see boom if it really does. Click within your data on the home tab. Type in H if you're on the home tab. Type in H in the chat box. If you're on the home tab. Yes, you're all on the home tab. Very good. On the far right, do you see analyze data? Type in AD if you see analyze data. Type in AD in the chat box if you see analyze data. Type it in AD. Type in AD. Click on AD and let the AI do its job. It will load and then immediately you will see this data making sense, in less than 30 seconds, it will automatically start to analyze, and boom, here we go. And what are the insights here? It is giving me all the insight: cost revenue by retail store, units sold by product. Future retail has highest revenue, noticeably highest revenue. Product use accounts for majority of revenue. And 32 more answers. Frequency of revenue, revenue and cost, frequency of units sold. This is not available in online version of Excel. This is
Yes, sir.
only available in offline version of Microsoft Office 365. Offline version only. AI is in your Excel. Don't need to go to any Copilot. Copilot is inbuilt here. Repeat.
Okay, I see so many comments about I'm not being able to do it in online version. Yes, guys, it is not. This particular feature is not there in the online version of Microsoft Excel, only in the offline version of Microsoft 365. Okay, sounds good? Clear? Is it clear to
Yes.
each and everyone? How to get offline version? Okay. Guys, let me do one thing. Towards the end, I'll also show you a method via which you can get the offline version of Office 365 at a highly discounted price. Okay? The offline version or the paid version of Office 365 at a highly discounted price, but towards the end. Sounds good? Is that good? Would that be good? Will that be nice?
Sound good? SG, type in SG if it sounds good. So this is available in the offline version. Click within the data, click on analyze data, and AI is there in between in your Excel file. And what I'm going to do here is, I'm going to ask my AI analyze data. I'm going to ask him the same questions that I have asked my friend. I'm going to type in which retail store has highest sales. Remember, which retail store has highest sales? I'm going to type it in the chat box. I'm typing a simple question here. Which retail store has highest sales? And I'm going to send. And it will look for answer. Top retail store by unit sold. And Mega Mart has highest sales. It has given me answer. Boom. Type in boom if it really boom the answer for you. And it says insert pivot table. Click on that. And you got a new sheet automatically to the left of current sheet. At the far right, you will see it's there. And let's go back to our data here. And I'm going to ask him one more question. And I'll ask him, can you show me percent of product and revenue? Let's see what it says. Percent of product and revenue by product, and insert pivot chart. We got a pivot chart right there. 30%, 40%, 50%. Boom, type in boom if it really boomed your. And you can, yes, copy paste in PPT, whatever you want to do. It can do it everywhere. AI is in your Excel automatically. Let's go back to my picture data. I'm going to ask him one more question. You never thought of. I love noodles. How many of you love noodles? Type in N in the chat box if you love noodles. Type in N in the chat box if you love noodles. And I'm asking him, which retail store is selling noodles? Retail store selling noodles. How many of them are there? We see some of the noodles, but how many of them are there? And who has the time to go through this? And I'll ask him, retail store for product noodles. And insert pivot table. These are the product noodles. These retail stores are selling noodles. And I've got it, everything right on my fingertips. Don't need to go anywhere. And there are some already asked questions. Total units sold. And in the column chart over here, number of units sold by store. Everything is there. Everything is there for you. Guys, if you're really super excited, type in MB in the chat box. If you are 10x, type in 10x with the chat box. Type in 10x. I want to see a lot of 10x. 10x in the chat box. How much you are charged? 10x, 20x, 30x, 50x, 100x. Type it in the chat. Type it in the chat box. How much super excited you are. Type it in the chat box. 2000. Oh my God. It is going to really change the way you use Excel. It is really going to change, and it will give you a boost in your career. Do you think this AI and Excel together will be boosting your career? Type in yes in the chat box. I want to see yes in the chat box. Yes. Yes, it will boost your career. Yes, it will boost your career. Okay, remember, AI can help you save 40% of your time and increase your productivity by 50%. It has done wonders for me, and I have not used any advanced Excel technique. Don't know anything about Excel like you. We simply used AI to get the things done. Type in MB if you're mind blown with this. Type in MB in the chat box if you're mind blown with this. Yes, MB. Yes. Lot of MBs. I want to see more MBs. Yes, guys with me, type in MB in the chat box. Yes, type in MB in the chat box. Yes. With this, I thank you and I hand over to Aditya, who will be taking over.
So guys, now after learning all this, do you really think that you are the 10x version of yourself in Microsoft Excel with the help of AI like Copilot? Type in 10x in the chat box if you really think that you have become the 10x version of Excel. To the couple of people who told that they don't have any idea about Excel, do you really feel confident in Excel? Type in 10x in the chat box if you really think so. 10x, 10 to the power 10x, wow, 200x, 110x, 10x, 1000x, amazing, superb. Now, guys, in the last couple of hours, so far we have gone from absolutely zero, little knowledge on AI in Excel. Okay, absolute zero, little knowledge on AI in Excel to learning a few things. Keep on typing in yes in the chat box if you think that we have covered all of these things. Number one, automated data entry using the OCR feature of Microsoft Excel 365. Have we covered it? Yes. No need to, if your boss even sends you tens of such pages, hundreds of such pages, you will need just seconds, minutes in order to get all of that data from picture to Excel with the help of this OCR feature. Number two, we have learned how we can find any information about a country, like its GDP, like its population size, like its largest city, second largest city, what is the birth rate of that country, what is the flag, how does the flag look like of that country, of any state of city, any geography in the world. You can get details about that with the help of just Excel. You don't even need to do anything else. With the help of just Excel, you can find all the information. Have we learned that? Yes. Yes. Number three, we learned how to create formats on your terms and conditions in seconds. If you want to change your Aadhaar number from looking like a plain number into an Aadhaar looking number, you can do that as well. Number four, we learned about how to use AI and Copilot to create charts. You can create any chart, sort of charts in under 10 seconds. If you have a data table, you can create a chart with it under 10 seconds. That is possible with the fourth number thing. In the fifth, we used AI to for efficiency at your work. We were able to create custom-made formulas which we had no idea about. Okay, no idea about any formula, you will be able to do so with the help of AI. Then we were able to create pivot tables and charts using AI as well. We were able to earlier we were just able to create charts. Now we were able to create pivot tables and charts using AI. That too under 10 seconds. Under 10 seconds with the data table, we were able to create a pivot table. With the pivot table, we were able to create a chart all under 10 seconds. Okay. Then we used AI to basically use a VLOOKUP formula to ease your workflow using AI. Okay, we were able to use not just it will give you the answers, it will give you the explanation behind it, it will give you the calculation, the pivot table and everything that is required in order to do so. All of this we have done in this particular session. Type in a yes if we have done it, all of this in this particular session. Yes. Super yes. Yes. Super yes. Yes. Super. Now guys, after learning all of this, I have a few questions to ask to you. Okay, I have a few questions to ask to you. Type in yes if the answer to all of these questions is yes. Number one. Now, do you understand the true potential of artificial intelligence and AI-powered Microsoft Office? Do you? Now, my friend, do you understand how AI can easily take over most of your work and how you can soon be out of your job if you do not master AI? Now, my friend, do you see why prompt engineers are the people who can talk to AI, okay, who can talk to AI? As Sharad was talking to AI and getting answers from it, you need to have prompt engineering skills for that. The better the prompt you give, the better the answers you get. Okay, maximum people in the world, they give prompts, they don't get the results, and then they think that, I cannot get answers from it, it does not work for me. But the art of giving good prompts and getting the correct answers is called prompt engineering. Now, do you see why prompt engineers who have the skill of talking to AI are getting paid above 17 LPA in India, about 2.5 crores in the US, and why it is the highest paying AI job in the world? And this is a statement by the World Economic Forum, not by me. Now, do you understand, my friend, about this? Now, my friend, do you realize how important it is for you to master the most in demand technologies in order to not just survive but grow in your career and get the salary increment that you have always desired for? Now, guys, drop in a very big yes in the chat box if the answer to all of these questions is a big yes from your side. I want each and everyone to be very participative and drop in a big yes if you think that the answer to all of these questions is a very big yes from your side. Yes, 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 yes. Big yes, 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 yes. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Big yes. Completely agree. Yes, yes. Wow, wow. Super, super. I see so many of you. I see all of you having so much fun